hello.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Nicole.
Hello there, Eric. How are you today?
I am so happy it's just us.
Oh, I love that for us.
I love it for us. I love it just us.
My Steve, so we can gang up on you, but
Yeah. You did so good. You did so good ganging up on me with Steve. I love it. But you know what I want to be ganged up with? Nicole.
How? What?
I want to be ganged up by questions. So,
Ooh, I love that.
Let me say hello to all of you. Of course, we are sad. It is a solemn and reflectable, mournful night here as we had to say goodbye to Tyler. But on the flip,
every time we pivot to rooting for somebody, that's it.
Well, that's why I was rooting for Christmas. But we'll see what happens.
True that. But go ahead. Sorry for.
We want to say a special shout out to everybody watching, wherever you guys are watching, YouTube or Twitch or Facebook or Twitter. Hello to all of you. And you can, of course, leave your questions in there. I am able to see that chat as well. And a special shout out and thank you to the people watching on Twitch. We need a few more. We need a few more people watching over on Twitch and subscribing over on the Hello Friends podcast Twitch so that we can have access to more features. So thank you to everybody watching over there in Twitch tonight. But like I said, you can put your questions everywhere. Of course, Nicole has the TV Code chat open in front of her.
Yes.
As I do. I'm not just making it up. I got it too. I know, exactly. So make sure that you guys follow wherever you are watching this. Of course, leave your questions. Like we said, you can always hashtag us with TVCo Live over on Twitter. Any questions that you have? And, follow, share the shows after the fact. If you're watching this back in the future, it's so hard. I can't be like, press the 3 dots and share it if you're watching in TVCo, because then that won't make sense to the Twitch people. And I can't say, just share it however you want. Share the show wherever you're watching it. Yeah. Now or in the future.
Fashion, you take a screen grab, you print it, you put it in an envelope, you leave it at your front door for your mailman to open. Like, what's this? Check out Eric and Nicole at Hello Friends. Whatever, however you share.
However we share, indeed. So, I just want to say, just before we jump into it, I see that we have people already in YouTube. That Trey Loper says, "Can we just watch Jury for the rest of the show and season?" I see. Yeah, amen. I see Pat saying, can we just watch on the interwebs? And I see Sergeant Sparkle over on Twitch saying, where did they get the pictures of the pre-jurors in yesterday's POV comp? Now, this is why I just wanted to start here for 1 second, because you have a bone to pick.
I do.
So
it's not negative, but here's the thing. So in yesterday's video, we see photo collages of the pre-jurors, correct? And obviously, I lived there. I know the promo pics. I've seen the promo pics both on the memory wall and when I got out of the house. And what's very interesting in those photos is we see Keisha in her promo pic outfit. We see Janelle in her promo pic outfit. We see Kaser in his promo pic plaid. We see Devon in her promo pic floral top. And then there's me. And to the average viewer, okay, that's Nicole in her blue shirt. Here's the thing. I do not own said blue shirt, and I've never worn said blue shirt a day in my life. And now, okay, maybe you don't think it's a big deal, but it's just very interesting to me and to my family. Like, literally, my family turned to me and was like, where'd you get that blue shirt? When have you ever worn that? So I started, dissecting and investigating a little bit and looking at the photos and very expressive, like Nicole like this, Nicole like this, and I realized it's not my arms. I have toothpick arms. I don't even know what you would call them. They're like spaghetti. I don't know what you would call them. So I'm like, this is not my arms either. So that means a body double did poses and they placed my head on this body double because apparently they wanted a blue shirt or whatever. Because my promo pics were taken in like a spaghetti strap unicorn romper and in that blouse with the big frill that you see in my promo pics that I wore when I was evicted. So who's the woman in the blue shirt? That's what I want to know. I mean, she has the same bust as me. So that's what's interesting. But I want to know who she is. But that's just a very fun fact that I want to share with all of you.
Now, Nicole, true or false, because this is what I just heard you say, you're not happy that they put you on a body with fat arms.
No, I was happy. She has biceps. The only thing is, it's going to make people think, why did Nicole lose that veto? She's got biceps. So it doesn't help my case. You need to show my scraggly ass arms so people know, oh, she doesn't have biceps. That's why she's not a comp piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. It is absolutely ridiculous. It was very funny. We absolutely loved the photos. For those of you that want to go back and watch it, Nicole and I did a watch party. The watch parties we do solely in the TV Co app, but you can watch Nicole and I watching last night's episode and talking to you guys on the commercial and play that back in the TV Co app. But or as I like to call it, you can just watch Nicole for 20 minutes going, that's me! Oh my God, that's me! Look, it's me! Look, there's me! I love that picture of me.
You have to remember, I haven't watched my season yet, which I plan to do after the season ends, and I didn't watch early this season, the 2 weeks I was there. So when I see myself on my favorite show, Big Brother, it's very, I don't know, it's exciting. It's like, oh wow, there's Nicole the fan in a photo. Like, it's weird. I enjoy it.
It is very weird. It doesn't show up. That's pretty funny. I just was going to give a shout out to Pepperberry watching over in Twitch, who is using our emotes, the Charlie emote and me emote, saying yes over in Twitch. Very, very cute. Very cute. So, do we also think, just very quickly, I see Nicole A. fan over in TV Co chat saying, Nicole, you won the comic veto with those arms.
I did.
So don't discredit your arms.
Oh, thank you. I did. Listen, everybody has their strengths, everybody has their weaknesses, and BB Comics is something I am extremely proud of, and it's something that I will take with me, as I move forward in life. Like, that's one of my favorite moments of my life so far.
I also see Jeff Davison over on YouTube saying, at least I didn't put your head on Cliff's body.
I would know right away. I'm like, Cliff! Not saying I know Cliff's body. That came out really strange. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't know.
Like, I lived with Cliff, so I know what his promo pics look like.
I'm sorry, you said promo pics? You know what his promo pic looks like?
I know what his promo pictures look like.
Okay, that's with a P for pics.
Yes.
Great. So tonight's episode, Nicole.
Yes, tonight's episode starts with a recap of course, kind of the interminglings of the house. So we see Enzo and Cody forming the Jersey Boys. We see Memphis's 2 Wise Guys alliances with Enzo and Cody, with Enzo and Christmas. We go through an overview again of the triple and the order of the evictions, and an overview of the sequence of events that led to this week, and a discussion about how the original target was Christmas.
I know. And I mean, at this point, I wonder, I'm curious. Well, I mean, I'm not that curious because I know ratings wise how the shows are doing. But, we have had so many live feed blackouts, stars, I feel like this season is rare in the sense that normally you don't really need to watch the episodes. We already know everything that's going to happen. I think recappers and people that cover the show 24/7 do a good job of filling everyone in on everything. But I feel like this season almost it's kind of exciting to watch the episodes I mean, I don't know if exciting's the word, but we're getting to see the scenes that we missed when the feeds were always on Stars.
And I honestly think that's why. I think, and again, this is not me having insider information, this is just me observing. I honestly think because of the way of the alliance and the people that have already been evicted and kind of the way All Stars has been going, I think they're like, okay, we need to make this somewhat enticing and interesting and make people want to watch the episodes, because a lot of fans are like upset with the season. So don't show as much on the feeds. So then when you watch the episode, you're like, oh, wow. So I feel like that's their way of, bringing the people back.
Yeah. And I also have to say, I am not going to have insider information about who won HOH later on in this recap because I'm a horrible person.
What? Why?
I mean, I could say it now, but I'm just going to not have insider information and guess at the end when we get to that part.
Okay, but not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
So, Julie begins the episode with who has who's back. Obviously, it goes right to the veto not being used. And all of a sudden, we see the pivot toward now we all want Tyler to go home. We do see them talk about Christmas a little bit, like Christmas is downstairs too happy, and they show her like really, really laughing it up. Mm-hmm. But, we see Enzo, Cody, and Nicole talking. Nicole's like, listen, I do whatever you guys want me to do. Like, just tell me and I'll vote for whichever way. And we see Memphis and Tyler sitting outside. Memphis is like, listen, I respect you. I'm going to tell you I'm voting you out, which I think is very telling of Memphis as a player and as a person. When he respects you, he tells you what he's doing. And I'll leave it at that.
But does he? I mean, who is he really telling everything to? I feel like Memphis is really not telling everything to anybody. I mean, he can claim that he is, but I think he has different relationships with him and Tyler, him and Cody, him and Enzo, him and Christmas.
Yes, those are the people left. So we haven't seen him yet have those conversations with those people about which way his vote's going, with the exception of Tyler. I can say everybody that's gone so far, there wasn't like a, hey, Kevin, I respect you. Hey, David, I respect you. Hey, Nicole, I respect you. Hey, it was never that. It was always just like, oh, I don't know. Which I get, it was earlier in the game, but I just thought it was very telling that in that scene, Tyler, I really respect you. It's the vote's not going that way. So it was kind of like, I don't know. I just thought interesting.
I also have to say, I see Amy Terrell Sutherland over on YouTube saying Nicole looks like a baby Jenna Marbles, to which case I'll say, let's use that, Nicole. It's time for you to make a little promo being like, hi, it's my secret fake Jenna Marbles account. Come and watch.
I am Jenna Marbles. Surprise. This is the big reveal.
Here's my favorite part. I know you have no clue who Jenna Marbles is, and I appreciate you for going along with it.
I know she's a very popular YouTuber.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think that you would have known that much. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And I feel like I know her from something. Was she on like Dancing with the Stars?
She's a very popular YouTuber, and she has done a lot of other things. Like she does music breakdowns as herself and stuff like that. So it's fun.
I'm gonna look her up.
Yes, 100%. I see people also asking, Nicole, is there any update on finale night? Will you end up being there in person?
I am not allowed to talk about production.
And I will say that Nicole and I are working on something very fun for all of you for finale. Whether we're going to do watch party or what we're going to do, we'll figure it out and we'll let you know when we know.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, Tyler is talking to Cody, and Tyler says, listen, if I'm gone, it's 3 versus 2. And I have to respect Tyler for trying his darndest. You guys know I did it, so I respect it when other people do it. He tried to the last possible second. He tried whatever he could. He threw everything out there, including the kitchen sink, trying to get himself to say. So I have to give him props for that. And we see a lot of the conversation between Cody and Memphis. We see, I think it's the first time we've really seen kind of that questioning of each other. We see Cody, saying, Memphis is clearly lying about Christmas. He doesn't want Christmas out. He's very close to her. Memphis is a snake. I have to keep my eye on Memphis. And I think this is like more like, yeah, I think if not the first time we see like the Enzo Cody Memphis dynamic. We see Memphis run to Enzo kind of like nervously, and he's like, "Oh, hey Enzo, I'm putting up Christmas and Nicole, and I would want Christmas gone because of course I'm going to keep Nicole, and oh, actually no, I want Nicole out." And we see him kind of like, I don't know, I felt like I saw a very panicked Memphis for the first time on the edited shows, and Enzo runs up to Cody and is like, "Listen, he told you he wants Christmas out. He's telling me he wants Nicole out. Memphis is being sketchy." And I feel like maybe it's nervousness, maybe because he feels himself getting toward the end. This is the first time in the edited shows I've seen them show Memphis kind of like flustered, scurrying a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. I'm also going to side note one more time to say this, just so that we can stop side noting. I see all of your guys' questions. We have so many questions about random Big Brother related things, Nicole,
yes,
that people have. So here's what I'll tell you, everyone. Let us finish talking about the episode.
That's why I'm blazing.
Right. Let us finish talking about this episode and stuff, and then I will go back and we will take your questions because some of them are funny and I actually am curious to hear answers or for us to discuss them. But first, let's finish talking about tonight's episode. So I'm not ignoring your questions, everyone, but we'll do them more towards the end. Okay, so
yes.
I mean, I'm a little disappointed in Tyler. Here's what I want to say. I kind of just want to finish the through line of the show, and then we'll go back to jury, because I don't really feel like the jury segment really impacts anything that happened. Yes. Just because I want to quickly discuss the show, or more specifically, these votes and noms here and their speeches.
Yes.
So we saw Christmas, who, Lord knows, I wanted to be evicted on her son's birthday. Mainly because What?
I just want her evicted. I didn't mean anything against birthdays and sons.
The only reason I want it is because I think I am overhearing on my daughter's birthday. I would like to now switch it to on my son's birthday. I just need to hear it as a different phrase or expression.
I let everybody down when I was evicted. I should have yelled out on my mother's birthday. I should have got that trend started. I'm sorry, guys.
You don't get enough credit for anything that you do, but we see you. We see you. Thank you for not using a family member's birthday as a storyline. Okay, but I was more disappointed in Tyler here again, in the same way that, we talked about this, I think on the Steve show, or maybe it was the Bobby Moynihan show, but, which you guys can watch back for free anywhere. In the same way, I was disappointed that Danny and Nicole were very much like, you're not going to use the POV on me, so I'm not even going to bother talking here. And just for Tyler to be like, if you evict me, you're going to be sorry.
No. You know what it is? Because I think you viewed it the same way. I think it was my sister did. My sister was like, oh, so he's saying if they vote him out, shit's gonna hit the fan. He's gonna explode the wall before he walks out the door. No, I honestly think he meant, if you evict me, there's gonna be trouble. In other words, this girl, Christmas, that's who you're gonna have to watch out for. That you guys are screwed. That's how I took it. I took it as, you're gonna be sorry if you evict me because you're stuck with her. And hello, Enzo, hello. It's dumb. That's how I took it.
Were you busy doing something during the Julie part of the interview, where she asked him and he said, no, I was just making the blanket threat to try and scare them, but I didn't really intend to do it?
Oh, I thought he meant in regard to Christmas.
Oh, no. Well, this is interesting. What do you all think? TV Co-Chat, do you guys think it was going to expose people's games, or do you think it meant Christmas being there? It seems like yes. Oh, really? Nemo thinks it was Christmas.
See?
Lefty thinks Christmas.
I think it depends on how you took it. I don't think Tyler meant it like, you'll be sorry, I'm going to say some crazy things. I think he meant, to those of you voting, keep me, because if you don't keep me, Christmas is here, and Christmas is close to certain people, Memphis. So, because I don't think he was even looking at Memphis. I think he was looking at Enzo and Nicole when he said it. So I think it was, in other words, like, Enzo, Nicole, you know who Christmas is close to. I don't know. Maybe I was
no, look,
like hoping that was it.
I want you to understand something right now, and I am saying this with no amount of dramatics. This is like the do you see the red dress or the purple dress or whatever that stupid thing is to me? Because I'm like blown away that people are on your side here. Like there are definitely people in chat going like, no. Yeah, I would say Chad is split. I see over on Twitter, Christina is saying, no, I took it that way too, meaning about Christmas. Rod Carson over on Facebook is saying, no, that was just an idle threat.
Nemo said because of his comments to Cody, like Christmas in Memphis are coming after the other side. Exactly. And Nemo said this would be a great question to ask Tyler.
Well, it would have been if I didn't already have to submit those.
But postseason.
Yeah, postseason, we need to remember to ask him. Yeah, pretty much when the episode airs, I have 15 minutes to submit the questions before we have to be live here. So there's always a fun little mad dash race where I wish we would have more time. Because I would love to ask you guys during this show what questions you want to ask. But we'll remember on our Wednesday watch parties. I think that'll be a good thing. I think we have kind of a clue who's going to be going home by a Wednesday. So next week when we're doing our Wednesday watch party, we will touch base with you guys.
For the record, when this week started unfolding, you had said Christmas is gone. And I was like, nope, I have a vibe. I've lived in that house for 2 seasons. It's going to be Tyler. And I was right.
You are right. I don't know. Look, I don't like any part of this. Christopher is saying Nicole is 100% spot on with this. I don't like this.
Oh, I love it. I have to sneeze.
Well, then do it. And pineapples. Pineapples. That was supposed to make you not sneeze, but it didn't work.
I know, but you also hit the person in the forehead.
Chubby Bunny in TV Code chat says, so Nicole, would you say that that's you trusting your gut? Ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Who's there? My gut. I can't believe they showed that. Like, I'm so embarrassed.
Still. What?
My gut was correct early in the season, and then when I started spiraling, we also turned out. So.
Can I just? Nah, I'm not gonna. I think it's better for.
Go ahead. No, you can say it. I'm a big girl.
Oh no, I'm saying I think it might be better to be hid within a podcast. Here's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I wonder if one day we would be able to show things that were filmed that didn't make it places.
I think so, because I already showed the one thing.
Right. Yeah.
When it was International Podcast Day, I uploaded the clip of you and I in the studio podcasting.
That's not specifically the scene I'm just saying, like the itsy bitsy spider crawls down Nicole's face. So thank God that didn't make it into the intro.
But yet the ring, my God, I said it. Why I say it? I was like, this is funny. And I was like, I don't know. Oh, damn. Sometimes I wonder. Anyway, so we get to the vote.
Yeah.
And obviously Enzo's first. So everybody's like, all right, depending on how Enzo votes, that's how Nicole's voting. So we're all going to know what's happening. But I think they figured, Enzo's more rogue than Nicole, so let him go first. So maybe it'll still look up in the air. But Enzo votes out Tyler. Enzo and Nicole chat in the hallway for a second. Nicole votes out Tyler. Then Memphis votes out Tyler. So obviously a vote of 3-0. Tyler is evicted. And he goes out and he chats with Julie.
He goes out laughing at us, though, by the way. See, this is the other thing. I'm sorry. I just thought of one thing, which adds to my argument. This is why now I maintain it was not about Christmas. Tyler was laughing as he was walking to the door. He literally said, "Come on, guys, you know I had to try. Cody, you were there sweating. I saw you sweating. Sorry. Haha, Memphis." He was saying all those things because he knew he was threatening to expose their games.
Or he was saying that because what he said was basically, you don't want Christmas here, and then he likes Christmas,
Why
so he's
would
like,
Cody?
guys, I'm just kidding.
Why would Cody be sweating over Christmas staying?
No, I think, in other words, I think Tyler was saying, Cody, I saw you sweating. In other words, Cody knew Tyler was being sent out and was sitting there like, oh God, he's going to find out in a few seconds. We're sending him home. Oh God, oh God, oh God. And that's why Tyler's like, Cody, I saw you sweating. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, people are about to send you home. So after you get sent home, you're like, it's okay. Like, you guys sent me home. It's all right. I saw you sweating. Don't worry about it.
I gotta be honest, I feel like I'm in Bizarre World and don't even understand how you could ever see it any other way, but okay.
And listen, that wasn't, I mean, I'm being too defensive, but that wasn't Tyler laughing at them or laughing at the viewer or like, whatever, I didn't want to win anyway. That's just him. Like, knowing him in the real world, he separates game from personal so much. And you saw it. As soon as he was evicted, and my family agreed with me, you see that release. You see that, like, that first breath that is taken of, oh, thank gosh, like, I'm done. Like, you love the game, you respect the game, but you have that moment of, like, it's over. So you see him, like, give that exhale and laugh and, like, all right, guys, give me hugs, love you all, give me something good to watch. Here I go into real life. Fake life is over. And that's something I really, really respect about Tyler as a person.
You know, I have to say, when you were in that house, I don't know that they're going to want me to say who it was, but I'll just say, obviously, I am, close with several Big Brother players. One of them said to me, like, you don't get it, Eric. The longer and longer you stay in that game, you literally become jealous of people becoming evicted. Like, there is a part of you each week that goes, oh God, that wasn't me. I'm jealous they get to leave. And that always, always stuck with me of, oh, it's so weird to think that people would feel relieved when it's over for them. Like, I'm sure they're still disappointed in losing and angry about things as well, yes. But
look at Davon. She was like, oh, I wanted to stay, but I'm so happy to be out of there because it is just so heavy. And literally, you could see the moment, that exact moment when Tyler does exhale, and that is months worth of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, and you just go like, oh, like, thank you. Like, I'm done. Here we go. It's like a peace comes over you.
I would also like to add another theory into the mix from MT's T over on YouTube says they think it was Tyler pretending as if he had a power he was about to unleash to save himself.
You never know. Here's the thing. It could have been Tyler saying, I'm going to say this and leave it up in the air. Let them think, do I mean Christmas? Do I mean a power? Do I mean I'm going to blow them up before I walk out? Whatever it is, they'll be sorry. And that might have just literally been a Hail Mary to make them think anything. People's minds run crazy. Look at all us as viewers. We're like, what was he going to do? So now imagine being in that house. Mm-hmm. You have a moment of, what is he about to do? What is this about?
Mm-hmm. I see Power of Cheeto is in chat, and Power of Cheeto, I feel, is someone like our BB22 live feed updaters. Yes. Power of Cheeto always puts out like highlight clips and stuff of the show. My point is, I feel Power of Cheeto is someone that is there watching the feeds all the time. I'm going to let him settle it, and I am going to accept Power of Cheeto's final answer. So
okay,
this is very presidential for us. Nicole, are you willing to accept Power of Cheeto's final ruling on it?
Did you already read it?
I did not read it. I don't even know that he's... Yes. Okay, so Power of Cheeto, here is the question, because I know you might have just come in. Do you feel that Tyler saying you're going to regret it if I'm voted out is was him threatening to expose their games, the committee members' games, or did you feel it was, what did you say, Nicole?
Him saying, if you get rid of me, you're stuck with Christmas, and Christmas is going to screw you guys all over. She's close to Memphis.
All right.
Or is him revealing a power, or is it something else?
Okay. So we're going to let Power of Cheeto rule upon it. And we we talk about the jury. Or, you know what? Let's not go into jury. Let's not go into jury yet, because I don't want to go too far away from Power of Cheeto's answer. So I'll just say this, person whose name I'm not reading. This has to be my favorite part, though, Nicole, of us getting to be live everywhere.
Uh-oh, what?
You know that I miss. I don't know that I should say I love a troll, but you know I love a troll. So I'm not going to say their name, but I will say there is a comment over on YouTube which says, Eric, don't you ever talk bad about Dr. Will again, okay? Last time I watched this podcast, you did. It's 3 notes for you, little buddy. If you're watching it, it's not a podcast. Podcast's audio, go in your ears. Number 2, love Dr. Will, and we don't say bad things about Dr. Will.
Because we love Dr. Will.
Unless you mean that I said he looked like a drag queen, in which is also a compliment. We love drag queens.
This is very valid as well. I actually... Oh, no, I don't want to give it away.
What? No, don't give it away. Don't give it away. Yeah, don't give it away.
I have a TikTok idea.
Okay. I see Christopher Raymond.
Can I just share a bit? I want to share just a little bit.
Okay.
Like, I felt bad when Dr. Will was like, I need to clarify if everybody's saying I look bad and my makeup was bad. I don't think he looked bad.
I don't think he did either.
Like, he shouldn't have even said, like, I'm sorry to everybody saying look bad. He should have been like, screw you. This is me and I'm fucking gorgeous. Like, oh, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have just, like, I felt bad that he felt the need to be like, I know I looked bad. No, you didn't. Relax.
Okay. Okay. I understand why he did it. We had to talk about it, but we talked about it on the other show already. Power of Cheeto has ruled and said he worded it right. Threat of having a power, or that he would do damage on the way out or in jury. AKA 3 scenarios of which none were, and Christmas is being left here. But which would mean I'm what?
Interpreted it my way. Yes, Angie and Tampa, ambiguity. He was ambiguous on purpose because it was a blanket threat. Be scared.
It was very clear. It was very clear.
It was. I agree, Angie.
You agree what? That you said you would accept Power of Cheeto's ruling, and I haven't heard you do that yet?
And I lied. I waited for confirmation bias. I waited for it to agree with me, and then I would have agreed with it. But because it doesn't agree with me, it's not valid. It's fake news.
Well, I got to say, this is a hot topic, and you do have a lot of people agreeing with you, but fine. Power of Cheeto, we're correct. All right, so now... Lefty in TV Co Chat says Eric paid off Power of Cheeto lies.
You so did.
Well, I did not. All right, let's talk about this jury segment. Starting with EO or Ian. I don't know what happened. Well, that was Ian and Power of Cheeto mixed together. Sometimes my dyslexia comes through in fun ways.
Okay. No judgment.
Ian naming the turtles names of... No, actually, I'll ask you. Do you know what he was naming the turtles?
Yes. The Ninja Turtles.
Wow, I'm impressed you know 80s cartoons.
Donatello.
Uh-huh.
Leonardo. And Raphael.
Yes.
And I only know that because I'm an art history minor.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were part of art history?
Oh my gosh. You did not just ask me about the Renaissance artists. Eric.
Oh, okay. I understand. Okay, got you. I literally thought you were trying to say the cartoon was part of art history. Yes, obviously.
It is animation, so it's modern day. But yes, I'm talking about the artist names.
Okay, I
That's what I
got you.
remember. Not because I didn't watch Ninja Turtles when I was little. If I can be honest, they scared me.
I don't know that you were born when it was on, were you?
No, but when I was older, also the live action came out, and that was horrifying.
The live action was horrifying. I definitely agree with you. The live action was terrifying. Trevor Soccer says, how do we get questions answered? Stick around to the end, Trevor.
Yes.
Stick around to
After
the
jury
end.
segment.
Let us get through this jury segment now because we have things to discuss, and then we will take your questions. So
Devon joins Ian in the jury.
And she's like, I got the tea. It's going to burn your mouth. It's going to be the hottest tea you ever had. Get ready for...
right now, Eric. Do you want to taste it?
Yes.
I'm reading the tea leaves. It says Devon is AFP.
Oh.
Like
Does
that?
it? I do like it. And I can see that you could get to those tea leaves because of her non-hot scalding tea.
I mean, it was tea in a way.
There was no tea.
It's updates. But what's interesting is, in this moment, Ian and Devon both agree that Danny is playing the best game, which I think is very interesting. On the outside, looking in, the fandom pivots. When we lose Kevin, we lose David. A lot of the fandom's like, all right, at least we got Danny. And then Danny gets evicted. So it's funny that the jury has that same thought process that we all did of like, this is who we're rooting for. And now they're gone.
I know, but again here, and maybe I'm wrong, I am one of the people that is a Danny fan. Obviously not a fan of some of the things Danny said in the house, but overall, I enjoy Danny because I like a player that gives us fun feeds and creates drama for no reason. That being said, I don't feel that the casual viewer would have thought that Danny was running this game.
No. Okay, clarify. I don't say the casual viewer was like, oh, Danny's running it, we want her to win. I'm saying, having lost all the quote-unquote other side of the house who's not in the commission, I feel like once we then lost Kevin, then David in the triple, I think a lot of people were kind of like, well, we don't want Memphis, we don't want Christmas, we don't want Nicole. Okay, we have Danny still there. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
I don't necessarily mean I don't think she was running the house per se, and I don't think the fandom either. But I'm just saying Ian and Devon felt that way, therefore they were rooting for her, and I feel like the outside fandom was also rooting for her.
Yeah. I'm just saying I thought it was very interesting to hear the words come out of Devon's mouth. I think Danny is playing the best game. And part of me wonders, because not for nothing, I don't believe that Devon believed that at all. Here's what I think. I think Devon is pissed at Nicole. She knows that Danny and Nicole are a pair. She is concerned that they could make it to the end of the game.
Together.
And she wants to start building her case for Danny right now.
I can see that.
Because I don't believe that Devon believes Danny is playing the best game.
But on the flip side of that, I think it also kind of fits the quote-unquote edit. I don't mean the word edit, but for lack of a better word, that yet again, Memphis is going to shock people. Just like all the pre-jurors were like, Memphis? I think they're also setting him up for, hey, he has final twos, he has final threes. Even the jury was saying, Danny's running, this person's running that. Like, we have yet to hear anybody go, Memphis is running that, Well,
Julie says it every week to all of you guys. Yes. All of you pre-jurors, Memphis was running the whole damn game.
That's what I'm saying. And we were all shocked. So to hear somebody in jury say not Memphis's name, like, oh, wow, he's stealthy about it, which I don't know how I guess if he makes it to final two, that'd have to be part of his speech.
Yeah. I mean, Rod makes up a good point on Facebook saying Danny was doing a lot of name dropping, which made her look like she was playing the whole house. Yeah. I still don't believe that Devon believed that.
I see what you're saying. And what they also discussed too, Ian and Avon, and this was the whole tea thing, was the fact that Nicole flipped. And what I find very interesting, listen, I get it on a personal level being frustrated with Nicole, and I love Avon with all my heart, but there is no such thing as personal versus game. There is no such thing as I came to you as Davon the person, because if Nicole told you, I flipped, you would use that against her. Whether you say it or not, that would be in the back of your mind, because then the next week you'd be like, you're the one that flipped on me. So there is no such thing of, personal versus game. Everything becomes game. And this is actually something that I tweeted out. I knew I respected Ian, but watching that jury segment, I'm like, this man, I respect him so much more than I thought it wasn't going to be possible to respect him more. He gets it. It's a game. He's able to separate. He's able to see, Nicole did that, and it was smart. It was smart not to, vote for me. It was smart to not tell anybody. It was smart to lie to Davon. And when David later enters, whereas Danny's like, you shouldn't have taken that money, and Kevin's like, you should have fought for that veto, Ian was the one that was like, no, you were about to not beat Cody. Why lose $10,000 if you could have went out round 2 and gotten nothing? He goes, I think it was smart, because I think Ian realizes certain people didn't really have a shot. Like David said, if you're nominated again and again and again, the house is coming for you. So long story short, I just respect Ian so much for seeing things how they are and being so objective about it and being like, yeah, makes sense. And I was like, damn, Ian, way to go.
I mean, I'll say this. I feel like David changed his story. I don't know that I would have been on David's side the way that he explained it to the jury. And now, granted, he could have explained it the way he explained it to us as well. And then that's the part that they showed. But I mean, he made it much more clear on the live feeds. Everyone was already on their spots except for Cody, I believe, at that moment. So his choice either was, again, he couldn't find the shirt. So his choice was get eliminated with nothing or run up there with this $10,000 and at least get something. So,
and I could see people questioning it more if he had the 2 shirts and he was like,
100%.
Power or money,
right?
Safety. That's a little bit different. But he was saying, I couldn't find the other shirt. And I think that's where that soundbite comes in with the jury, where he goes, I panicked. I think they didn't re-explain it again. They just showed the I panicked. The reason being, Cody almost got the shirt. I wanted to beat him. I had $10,000. Why not just take the $10,000 and go? And like, I get it. I do get Danny and Kevin's frustration, but I also, with Danny, when Danny's like, you could have won that. You could have changed the trajectory of the game. And I'm like, David's not in your alliance and you were getting all of us out. So why are you suddenly rooting? What?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean,
don't understand that at all.
Look, Danny is not a rational player. Danny is a cause a lot of chaos because I'm bored, plant a lot of seeds player. But also one who said, I'm not going to hold it against Cody.
Yep.
And I think he's playing the best game. And I mean, here's the thing. I think at the end of the day, every single person that plays Big Brother knows the truth. I think it's people's egos that make them try and deflect it to other things. It is why like you said, it's why I respect an Ian in the game.
Yep.
Ian can go, I was outplayed. Ian isn't gonna say, oh, but this person did this and that person did that and the other, that was not.
Yep.
Ian's like, no, I got outplayed.
Exactly. Yeah. He literally started the segment by saying, maybe I could have played a better game. Maybe I could have won something. Maybe I could have won a power. I went home. And that's why I just respect him, because I'm the same way. I didn't win my veto and I went home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe had I won that veto, I would have stayed. Had I won that freaking HOH, I would have been safe and all my allies would have been safe. So you can't let your pride and ego take over and make you go, well, if that person and this person, if that person hadn't, it's a game, and you need to realize a lot of it falls on yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say if this person or that person hadn't done da-da-da. I would say if I didn't, the way Ian did. You
Yep,
know, I didn't win the HOH. I didn't keep me safe. I didn't win
yep.
the POV when I was on the block. I didn't keep me safe.
And that's the thing that I focus on, because as much as I could even say, like, oh, darn it, Memphis, blah, blah, I'm like, well, Nicole could have won that veto. I could have if I wanted to. I didn't want to, but play safety sweet. I could have been better at that HOH competition.
Mhm.
So there's so many factors that come into it. And that, again, that just falls back on such a respect for Ian, and it shows Ian's maturity, and it shows his respect for the game, that he's able to see it for what it is and be like, yeah.
No,
And he's a bigger person, and it's good to see.
I so far really am loving this jury. This
Uh-huh.
is a jury of people that I do not think will be bitter and
However,
and have a lot of reasons to be bitter. But however what?
however,
However what?
I feel like we see Danny say, I'm not going to be bitter toward Cody. Yes, I feel hurt by him, but he's playing the best game. I feel like there's a little bit of bitterness toward Nicole from Danny.
Yeah, and I hope that wasn't because of me.
I don't. Why would it be because of you?
You know my question to her, if you guys did not watch.
No.
Let me just put it to you this way. Oh, I don't even know how to say this. Um, there have been people who have said, haha, way to tip Danny off that Nicole was betraying her, with your question. And I was like, that was not my intention. Like, I thought I was just asking
Oh.
like a normal question.
Yeah.
But I also do not believe for a second that Danny is going to be after is I agree with you a teeny bit. I think she's a teeny bit upset with Nicole.
Yeah, I think the way she saw it, like, here she is working alongside Nicole. I think she was like, ally, ally, ally. And then I think when she got evicted, I think she kind of thought about it and was like, in her mind, like, I'm the better competitor. I won more than Nicole. I was doing more than Nicole, and they
Mm-hmm.
kept Nicole. And I think, I don't know, I sensed a little bit of bitterness there, where it was like, is she playing a good game this season? Is it a great game? I was the better of the two of us. They're just bringing Nicole along. And I was like, oh, so if Nicole's in that final two, I don't see Danny, her friend, voting for her. I see Danny kind of like, nope.
I
Which is,
mean,
yes, it's game, but yes, it seemed like a little bit of like, you stayed over me.
I almost want to see that answer. I almost want to see a Cody Nicole final two to
Yeah.
see the way people will vote,
Mm-hmm.
but I also don't. Um, but yeah, look, I'm not saying Danny didn't have a tinge of bitterness to her, but I think it is also very much clear that she's going to respect the game in her vote.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think she is taking responsibility for being outplayed, and she said it.
Yes.
I think
Another person who said, I got outplayed, and that's the game, and that's why I'm here. It's
Mhm.
just the game. And again, I respect that so much, because like, when you put it in the grand scheme of things, when you're playing Monopoly with people
Mhm.
and you may be frustrated in that moment, but then the next day you're not like, I'm never talking to my aunt again, because you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. So I think I'm earning a lot of respect for a lot of people, because I'm seeing how they see it from the outside. Like, oh, it was a game, whatever. And it's like, yes,
Yeah.
well done.
No, 100%. I completely agree with that. Do you think, I see in chat, do you think that Kevin would vote for Cody? Like, if it was, do you think there's a scenario where if Cody is sitting up there, let's say next to Nicole, does he vote for Cody or does he vote for Nicole?
Here's the thing. I know we saw Kevin argue with Cody and say he's not really close with like the masculine pretty boy man. Like, that's not his nature, so to speak. But yes, they argued. But we saw later in that week Kevin go up there and be like, listen, that wasn't me. I don't want to be like that. I'm not that way. I don't have a bitter taste in my mouth, blah, blah. So I think if Cody is in the final two, Kevin might have that initial like, ugh, but I don't think his vote would reflect that. I think he would honestly take a step back and be like, all right, game, who played the better game? And I think that week alone showed that turnaround where he literally said to Cody, I don't want it to be this way. So I don't see Kevin voting like bitterly either.
I also we know that the triple eviction reveal was robbed from us by the way it was told to the house by Dr. Will. I still don't understand why they did that. But then again, they also told us we were going to get a week of hilarity from the neighbor, and we got 2 pre-taped segments. So I don't understand anything that went down. Then, it just, the whole thing was just very confusing to me. But moving forward with the entire jury segment, I feel like I don't know where they're gonna go from here when they bring Tyler in. Like, what is Tyler really going to reveal to them? I guess he can reveal about the commission, but I feel like Danny probably has already done that.
I honestly think that they did the jury segment now to show the big triple eviction reveal. And to be honest, I don't think we see another jury segment until finale.
But all we all want is just jury.
I don't see them next week being like, oh, Tyler enters. Like, unless maybe 2 weeks from now they show 2 more people entering. But like you said, I feel like next week it'd be like, oh, here's Tyler, which is also interesting because we hear Davon say, all right, Kevin and David are out. Now I'm rooting for Danny. She enters. Then we hear Kevin say, ooh, Tyler, I see you. You're playing the best game. And now Tyler's going to enter. So it's every progressive week. The jury is just like, oh.
Well, now the jury is about to start getting filled with the commission people. So, I mean, the committee. Why am I saying the commission? I have Cody on my brain. The committee. Well, yeah, sure. Commission is Cody and Memphis, but the committee. Yeah, now it's going to start getting filled with them, but they're not going to control that much of the vote. I was thinking that they were going to be able to control the majority of the vote, but they are not.
Ian, Davon, Kevin, David. So that's, I mean, if Enzo's out, Enzo's kind of like in the middle.
In the middle.
So it's going to like,
yeah, they're not controlling the vote.
5-5, 5-4, yeah.
Right. I kind of like that. I really thought that the commission, oh my God, that the committee would get to control the vote, and now I don't think that they are.
I do want the commission voting, yes.
Yes, I would love them voting. I would love them voting. Okay, so we now know that the episode ended where you had that challenge on your season, right? The stupid put the balls on the teeter-totter.
Last time I remember that competition
was Tyler's season?
BB16. I remember BB16, that was a big deal on that season with Beast Mode Cowboy and Frankie. Then the week was reset and they played it again. So I thought it was very interesting. We see a very popular BB16 comp pop up right now.
Well, Cody can't play it, so.
Yeah.
That's why he's saying, yeah, I don't remember it on BB16. I feel like it happened earlier than that. I mean, later than that.
That was it could have happened later than that, but I'm just saying I remember it so well because that was the restart week.
Courtney on Twitch and Nick over on YouTube are saying, yes, they did play it in 20. Okay, right. All I remember from it was you need to put your big balls in first.
Yes, big balls first, then the little ones fit in.
Right, because if you put the little balls on first, the big balls knock the little balls right off. You need the big balls in because you want a big ball base. You need a big ball base in the front because if you're going to spoon your balls, you need the big balls at the end of the spoon.
Yep.
Because little balls will fall off.
And it's important for your balls to be big in the spoon because otherwise you just bounce around everywhere.
Well, right. I mean,
nobody wants little balls bouncing everywhere.
This is just, right. It's just furthering the case that big balls are better.
Yep. You always start with big balls. You know, maybe you can.
Do you? Not in my community. But here's the thing. It's where we are now. We are left off where they were battling it. We didn't have live feeds all day. A lot of us, and I'm gonna go with, I'm pretty sure the show was pre-taped because we haven't had feeds all day. But now everyone is left wondering who is the HOH. So let me ask.
End of the episode, Nicole, Enzo, Memphis had 2. Christmas had 1.
Okay.
Are you asking me who I want or who I think?
Who do you want to be HOH? Who do you think is HOH?
I don't even want to say it. Here's the thing. There's an explanation.
You're going to say you want Christmas to be HOH? Because I'm on the same page with you. We need a Christmas HOH. We need...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I thought I was going to get, raked over the coals for this. I and my family are rooting for a Christmas HOH. Why? Because if Nicole or Enzo wins, it's essentially another Cody HOH.
Correct.
Here we go. Cody, Nicole, Enzo to final 3. We're taking out Christmas Memphis. Whereas if Christmas wins it, we might see a Cody, Nicole on the block, which is a very interesting turn of events.
Yeah, that we're all on board with you. Nobody's disagreeing. I'm not saying I'm rooting. I don't think any of us are saying we want a Christmas win of this game or Christmas to go far. We just don't want another Cody week, and you're correct.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't clarify this yesterday during the watch party when I said Christmas Memphis are the underdogs. That's not what I meant. I just meant numbers-wise, you have the Cody, Nicole, Enzo trio and the Memphis Christmas 2, which means they are not with the numbers. And that's
right.
We like to see that shift toward the not numbers. And right now, Christmas is not the numbers.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. Normally, everybody knows that I guess things. And they're guesses. They're in no way to be taken as me saying I know something, but I just guess things.
Mm-hmm.
And then oddly enough, my guesses always come true.
Can I give my guess before you tell us?
Yes, what's your guess?
I don't know why my guess is Nicole won it.
That is also my guess.
Did she?
Well, let me say this now. All right, I'm not going to try and be coy for a minute, so I'm just going to put it to you this way. Normally, I have great sources that confirm things, way ahead of time. And I will say it when I know it 100%. The reason I didn't say it is because I'm pretty sure it's the truth, but I'm not 100% it's the truth.
Oh, we got not validated.
So I'm saying, do I think it is? Probably yes.
Which goes back to my statement of that comp is from BB16.
Oh, right. Nicole was on BB16.
And she didn't play in that comp, but certain other people did. So I'm just like, maybe she was, given some pointers.
Yeah. I mean, look, and
everybody can watch the seasons, everybody can study, everybody can learn the hints, but I'm just saying.
Right. So we're both guessing that Nicole is HOH, but again, I want to be clear. I'm not guessing it 100%. I would say I'm 60%. It's like my 60% guess. Because I only had one spirit tell it to me instead of several spirits. Okay. So I'm only guessing. You're what?
I slipped down my chair and now I feel like I'm messed up.
Right. So we'll see what happens with that. However, I see now that people in the TV Code chat are not happy about this. I see people on Twitch are not happy about this. YouTube, Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Guys, here's the thing. I feel like Cody will get her to get Memphis out. I feel like Cody will use Nicole to get Memphis or Christmas out.
Then I'll take it. Yes. Well, here's the thing.
I mean, not like has a ton of choices, but
if Nicole wins it, I don't see her taking out an Enzo. That'd be almost bizarre. So we're going to see a Christmas and a I don't mean to We're going to see a Christmas and a Memphis on the block, which here comes my parade. But if Christmas goes all right, if Memphis goes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I still want Memphis at final 3. I want it to hurt when he goes out.
Yeah, Whatever. Sooner the better.
No, I want it to hurt. I want it to be final 3. I want it to be like, ooh, you were right there.
No, but see, I was final 3, and that's a good feeling because you're at finale. You made it.
You're not Memphis. You're a good person. You don't have a giant ego that where it will eat away at you for the rest of your life, that you were right there.
I realize that about myself. I really don't have much of an ego.
No, you don't.
I really don't at all.
No,
I was excited to see myself on the episode because I was like, wow, Nicole the fan got to make an appearance in that episode.
Although I gotta be honest, when people go, I don't have an ego, that's kind of having an ego. But
I have an ego. I'm like the least confident person ever. But I'm not cocky at all. I'm just like, I don't think I'm the best.
No, but I will say, I do think you are not on the same level of egotisticalness of a Memphis. Here's the thing. We watched Memphis this season start off by saying, I didn't hear what you said. Egotistical, got it. We saw Memphis start this season off by stomping around the house and saying that he can't wait to tell TMZ to go F themselves because of an article they wrote 10 years ago.
That's all my sister talks about. That's all she talks. She's like, listen, he's caught up on a 10-year-old TMZ article.
Oh, let me tell you, that's why I want final 3 so bad for him. Like, no, you weren't even part of the
I need to put this out there. JP from New Jersey. Memphis's ego is bigger than Danny's hat.
Yeah. Well, look, we are going to find out all of this and more. Now, look, we're going to take some of your guys' questions, but first, just let me say this. Let me take care of business really quickly. Of course, taking care of business tomorrow.
I have the best voice. I'm like amazing.
All right, and no one can hear it if I'm talking and you talk, because I don't know what our microphones are doing this show. So it just cuts you out if you talk.
That really hurt my big ego.
Okay, so tomorrow we will have the Tyler exit interviews. Those are exclusively in the TV Co app, so you can watch them back here. All of our exit interviews from the season are only in the TV Co app, so check them out here. I will say they'll probably be up by, fingers crossed, by 3:00. It might end up being at 6:00 because at 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, we're doing a special afternoon show with our friends in the TV Co.
Neverland.
Life After Neverland. We will be live with them, so you can check us out over there. And then, of course, what?
Fun fact: they're huge, like Disney people. And I'm really excited.
Mm-hmm. And then this weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, Nicole will be and I will be going live with our Hello Friends podcast shows, where we'll be doing them as video shows everywhere. I know originally we said we were going to do Monday and Friday, then Big Brother changed their schedule, so then we had to change our schedule. So this Saturday and Sunday, we will be broadcasting some Hello Friends episodes for you guys live.
Like, that's fine that we need to move it. Like, my ego was like, you know what? Like, Big Brother, take the spot. Like, we could just pick a different time. Like, whatever.
Can I just tell you?
I like this character. This is fun.
Oh, yeah. So just let me tell you that if you were to keep... Okay, now Siri's talking to me. If you were to keep going with this character, I would have to find a new co-host. I hate every part of this character. I hate the character. Okay, so that being said, I'm a little bit torn. Should I cut? Now, I'm not saying go away for real. We're just going to keep going. I was going to say, should I end the show so that there's an ending and then we can cut it off? Or do we think that people are going to want to watch the questions that you guys have for us? I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, let me put it to you this way. You guys let us know in the comments, if you're watching this back later, if... Yay, you liked us taking your guys' questions and leaving it in the show, or if when we're doing a recap, do you just want me to cut it off at the end and leave it there so that you're done? Because there are some people like OCD, like, oh my God, I have to listen to the whole episode, but we wanted to hear the recap. We didn't want...
if that's the case, recap has officially ended, and now is the Q&A section. So for those of you who would like your questions answered, starts now.
Start putting them. You can put them on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube and in the TV Co. Chat. Okay, so I'm just trying to go back to the ones from earlier.
That you said were funny.
That I said were funny, but I didn't realize that there was going to be so many questions and how hard it was going to be to try and go back and find them.
Okay, so in the meantime, I will perform. No, I'm just kidding. I will answer any questions you have in the TVCO chat.
Yes. Ask us your questions. Ask us your questions again if you had them, if you asked them before, if there was anything that you wanted to know. Put them again. I'm trying to read and find them. Here is one question. Oh, no, go ahead. You first, TVCO.
Mama C in the TVCO app. Here is mine again. Not that this would ever happen, but what if there was a final two of Enzo and Nicole F and he lost? Do you think he'd regret his vote of keeping her?
Well, obviously.
I think in that sense, you kind of would, especially in that sense. It depends how the trajectory of things happen leading up to that. Like, let's say Nicole won one of those comps and brought him. Maybe he'd be more like, "Oh, damn! If David was against me, maybe I would have won it," or something like that. So I think I think in that sense, you kind of have to regret.
Well, I mean, I don't understand. Like, I mean, that's like saying, Eric, if Nicole turned around and shot you, would you regret being friends with her? Obviously. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, well, that's with any season. Like when people say, "Do you regret not getting Mickey out?"
Right.
I'm like, I guess you could argue yes because he won, but guess what? If we got out Mickey instead of Jack, maybe Jack would have won. And then in that alternate universe, the question would be, do you regret not getting Jack out? You know what I mean?
Right.
So you're always going to have that moment of what if, because somebody has to win it.
Truthfully, Tiggy in TVCO says, do you think anyone would vote for Christmas or Memphis? No one in their exit interviews had a positive thing to say about either one of them.
I think that'll come down to speeches, and I think if it was a Christmas next to a Memphis, it kind of scares me that I think Memphis would have a better shot at selling his case and explain the alliances that he built in the finals twos and the final threes and the commission and the committee. And I think that would maybe sell people more so that if they're sitting next to each other than Christmas would.
Right. I see we got a super chat over in TVCO from Great Fun for All. Do you talk to maybe that's any? Do you talk to any season 22 people? I'm assuming the question is for you, Nicole. In case it is for me, I'll say I've talked to all of them. But go ahead, Nicole.
I mean, a lot of them are still locked away, but I've spoken to my pre-jury people. One person that I'm always checking in on is Keisha. Me and her, first two out. There's a special bond there. You just kind of, it was kind of before the game really hit the ground running. So her and I talked a lot about having gone out so early and wishing we got to play more and just seeing how things unfolded.
Christopher over on YouTube says, question for both of you. Do you guys think that what Tyler did could make him a candidate for America's favorite player? So I think meaning like what he did in the game this season. Do we think Tyler's game this season is AFP worthy?
Here's the thing. I think, first of all, anybody can win AFP as long as you're on the season. And I think this being an all-star season, it's even more so because everybody was brought back for a reason. Everybody has their fandom. Everybody has their fan base. Everybody has their story. So I think Tyler, being somebody who already won AFP, has such like the masses behind him, and they want to see his journey continue. They get upset when it's cut short. So I definitely think he's definitely a contender. Especially because it's an all-star season. Everybody has their rally, like tally-ho, people behind them that are like, yay, my person's back.
I swear this was a question, and I cannot find it, because I know people are going to be like, oh my God, that wasn't a question. I know what you're doing. I swear on my life it was a question, and I think it was from YouTube. You can go back and find it. Anyway, somebody on YouTube, Nicole, said, Eric, what is the symbol on the hat that you're wearing? And what shirt are you wearing? So, Nicole, what is the symbol on the hat that I'm wearing?
The symbol on your hat is from a company called Tony. They're actually Long Island based, and they are all about inclusion. So their logo is the little guy with the hat that you see, and also they have like a little feminine, and they have like mine's over there, but they have like the little couple that sits next to each other. They have the little individual, and it's just about like including everybody and love and kindness and acceptance. And I love their whole message. They also do scrunchies, which can I share this?
I mean, I wasn't done talking about myself. No ego. And
so, like, wait a second. Like, I just want to tell you guys that like they made like a Nicole scrunchie. So like that's like totally named after me. So I'm gonna get the Nicole scrunchie and then I'm gonna give one away so that one of you can have the Nicole scrunchie. And together we'll both have a Nicole scrunchie.
And in case you guys are wondering about the Nicole scrunchie, it makes an extra lot of crinkling noise and is really annoying. And I'm pretty...
Like, that's the best. Nicole's the best.
And rumor has it, if you listen really hard to the Nicole Crunchy, you'll hear it go, I have a question. I'm also wearing my Going to Therapy is Cool shirt.
And mine says, be kind to your mind. And these are from Vision Mental Health. Again, their message, incredible, is all about reducing the stigma, ending the stigma. It's okay to not be okay. Raising awareness about suicide prevention, raising awareness about mental health and therapy. And we love them as well. So shout out to them as well. And I don't know if it's still up on my Instagram story, but we're doing a giveaway of one of these shirts. So we'll be twinsies with like Nicole and one of those shirts. So you'll be twinsies with Eric.
Right.
And I think
that's kind of... I know. I was just thinking the same thing that I should have. I read the question in the beginning of the show and I was like, oh, they still have time to win the giveaways. But yeah, I do think it probably ended by now, right?
Because hours. But the Tony hat you are wearing, stay tuned. That giveaway is coming probably next week.
If you guys are not following Nicole or myself on Instagram, you should be. We don't sell you guys things. We give everything away.
This is why, like, we're rogues. But, like,
this is why we're not successful. So we're not successful. We just give things away instead of sell them. Okay. Next question was from, this is where I failed. I was supposed to be looking at the next question. Will Trey Loper in YouTube says, do we think that people will out the pre-gaming in jury because they feel betrayed?
Allegedly, it's a thing. So if it was a thing,
it hasn't made the edit yet. They're not putting it into the show from Trey.
Oh no, I'm not saying whoa. For us, the viewers, never in a million years. They would never, no offense, show that. But for the people in the jury house, I'm sure they talk about it all the time. I'm sure they talk like about it on the feeds. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure someone like Danny would be like, oh, Davon, like, damn it. Like, I wish I didn't pregame with those people. I would have liked to work with you in the house. I think there would be a lot of that, especially from somebody like Danny, who was first of the committee.
Right. Top Gun Phantom says, Nicole, have you seen Valley Girl?
No. Is it a movie?
I guess.
I have not.
You have not seen the movie Valley Girl? Well, that's... I knew it.
That's the voice she used when she wanted to form a band with Mickey. Oh yeah, that was like our band.
Like, that was the band.
Totally relevant. I'm like so relevant right now. It's unbelievable how relevant I am.
I'm already being triggered by this question, but it's from SP. Do you feel like the production is with Cody because of that reset week and the sibling thing on 18, and when the foot touched the floor, he kept going on last week's veto? Oh, I did hear that. So apparently, remember how they like couldn't touch if you went off your balance beam, you were supposed to
Yes.
be disqualified. Like we saw Christmas do that. Now, I did not see this, and I don't really remember this happening, but I see a lot of people on Twitter saying, I mean, not like it mattered, but Cody's foot touched the floor when he was running across those balance beams on triple, and he was not eliminated.
Yes, he was. They showed it in the edit.
They did?
Because I have it in my notes because when we were watching it live, I was like, oh my gosh, Christmas and Nicole fell. But when I was watching it back in the edit, they showed Christmas, Nicole, and Cody fall. Then they showed Tyler win. And I wrote it in my notes. Wow, Cody fell. I didn't realize that. It's in the edit because I saw it.
Do they acknowledge it in the edit, or did they just show it?
They showed it. They showed the three of their feet hit the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. Then there's your answer.
Isn't that what happened during his season between him and Devin? Didn't he win HOH? And then they were like, oh, your foot touched the ground. We're taking your HOH away. It was actually Devin that got it. Can you tell I watched the season recently?
Yeah, we 100% can. Are you still looking in the TV Co chat for questions?
I am. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
I know that you got distracted. I am still trying to go back. We had so many in the beginning of the show that were funny. When did you get into Big Brother, Nicole? Says Nick Petrella.
My sister was watching season 10 and I walked in, I think it was finale, and I'm like, who are these people? And my sister was like, oh, that's Dan, that's Memphis, this is called Big Brother. And I was like, oh, cool, which is always my joke that the first name I really ever heard, because I think my sister said Memphis and Dan, one of the first names I ever heard was Memphis, and he ended up getting me out in All Stars. Who would have thunk it? But so I watched the finale of 10, and then I started watching religiously 11 onward. But I've since gone back and watched 6, parts of 7, and all of 10.
Philip Bracco, Tommy's dad over in Facebook, says, hello, welcome. Would you, you all should go to an actual baseball game. Keisha, Nicole A, Janelle Kaser, Bailey, and Devon and Ian, and then you can reenact all of your photos from the other episode.
Oh my gosh, the only thing is I don't own that shirt. They all own their clothes. I need somebody to find me that blue shirt. And I have to get biceps before then. So to answer your question or statement, Phil, the answer is Nicole has to do some bicep working out, then get a blue shirt, then get tickets to a baseball game, then reenact the photos.
You are very upset about this shirt situation.
Because now I want the shirt. Does somebody on production own it? Can they send it to me? I would very much, oh my gosh, if they send me that postseason, I am taking all my photos in it.
I'm sure we can
until December is taking every photo in that blue shirt.
Can you do me a favor really quick?
Sure.
It's very important. I need you to just trust me.
Okay.
This is going to be a good team member, co-host, partner, friend, team building trust exercise.
Okay.
And I would do it for you.
Okay.
Can you take your headphones out for a second?
Damn it. I can still see chat, you know.
Okay, so nobody... Take them out.
Okay.
Okay, nobody in chat say this to her. Can... If anybody finds that shirt, send me it. Like, don't tag Nicole in the tweet. Just if anybody sees that shirt anywhere, send it to me. And then I'll get it for her. And then we can have fun with that on the show. Okay. Don't say it in chat. Yeah.
Is it bad?
No.
Should I be scared?
Nope. No, it's a good thing. You'll like it. You'll like it. JP in chat says, oh my God, Eric, she really farted.
No, we're not.
I did not say that.
That's over.
Did not say that, but
don't fart because I'm so amazing. Like my body just doesn't make smells like that. Like if anything, I smell like roses all the time.
Literally hate this character.
What? Are you talking to me? What'd you say?
What? What did
I'm
you say?
sorry, I didn't hear you over my big ego.
Okay, got you. Do you think anyone would vote for Nicole primarily for the historic second win? Maybe Devon or Danny. They seem to be all about girl power, says Anne. Oh, Anne. Anne. I think Devon made it real clear when she walked out the door that she will do everything in her power to make sure Nicole Frenzel does not win this game. Mm-hmm. She is pissed at a Nicole Frenzel.
I think I can say this because it's something that Devon said to me while the live feeds were on. But she had said she kind of, as a person, had a bad taste in her mouth because she was essentially the deciding vote when Nicole was up against Paul, and Nicole won. Mm-hmm. Essentially, you could flip it either way. It could be anybody's vote, but essentially because of Devon's vote, she was the last vote revealed. And Devon didn't like the fact that Nicole had never thanked her for that. And she said to me, she goes, that left a really bad taste in my mouth that here we are years later in a house together. And I don't know if she has since, I don't know anything, but of that day, Devon was kind of upset that she hadn't gotten a thank you. So I almost don't see her wanting to reward her again. And that's more of a personal thing than a game thing.
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I love it that there's one person in the YouTube chat who keeps saying what I said, and it's just funny. It's just funny because the rest of because it's like a 12-year-old troll, so they're trying to ruin it for you. But it's just funny reading what the other people are saying to the person. It's funny.
Thanks for the non-trolls. I appreciate all of you.
The non-trolls are the best.
And to the troll, I hope you heal soon. I'm thinking of you.
Are we using I hope you heal soon now? That is my favorite one. I did use that on some. I used it on some. I used it the other day. I was like, ooh, I hope you heal soon.
I love that.
Okay. Let's take 2 more questions. How cold is the Big Brother house?
What?
How cold is the Big Brother house?
Oh,
What? What did you think I said?
My brain filled that in as, is there a pole in the Big Brother house?
If there was, you'd be swinging around it. No. How cold is the Big Brother's house?
It is quite chilly. They tell you right away in the paperwork when you're being cast to pack sweaters and stuff because they need to keep the house cool because of all the equipment. And I think it's also part of the psychological,
Okay, gotcha. I'm also obsessed with the fact that we can have animated graphics in the TV co-op now. You can have you can use a GIF as your avatar, and it's genius. And I want an animated avatar as my GIF in the TV co-op.
Is it colder than Eric's house? Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because at least at someone's house, you can open the windows, open the door, let the warm air in. There, you're just stuck. And also, Top Gun Phantom wants to know, will we get a crappy winner? I mean, Nicole A was evicted, so anybody else is crappy. Just saying, she's the best. I like this character.
Okay.
Because I'm just so not this way, so I think it's funny.
I'm not even gonna. Got it. Replying to Philip Rocco. Yes. Got it. Okay. There was a few more in the TV code chat. Oh my god. Can you please sing the Hello Friends theme song live? Nope, you'll have to tune in when we do a Hello Friends show. Of all the people left, who would be a good winner?
Enzo. Am I picking one? My answer's Enzo.
Look, for me, what makes a good winner is somebody that I think gives back to fans. So, personally, for me, what I think of when I think of a winner or what I want in a winner, yes, obviously, I will always say the person who plays the best game should win. My hope is always that in being a winner, they are going to give back to fans, do things for fans for free, not charge fans for that. Like I'm just hoping that they're going to be a person that is part of the Big Brother community in a positive way that like builds fans up. I don't basing it on previous history. I feel like nobody really in that house, and I'm not slamming them for what they're doing. I'm just saying I don't, I feel like no one in that house is Devon or.
True, but you have to pick somebody.
Well, I was just saying my criteria of what I wanted. If I had to pick, no, he said, "Do you think anyone would be a great winner?"
No, you said who of the ones left would be a good winner.
Oh, who of the ones left? Okay, so okay. Enzo. Because
I agree with Lefty. Can Zingbot win?
Yeah, can Zingbot win? Indeed.
Twist of fate. It's actually a power if you didn't use your safety suite. Me and Keisha get to come back. We are the final two. It's really an entrance ticket. It's really, if you saved it, you get to play in the final competition. Imagine they literally announced to the house guests, 2 people didn't use their safety suite. They are playing right now. Me and Keisha come back. Sup, bitches!
Is Enzo?
Like, it's Keisha. Oh, who's this new girl?
JJ Wisconsin over on Twitch says, "Nah, I'm rooting for the Ants this season." Unapologetically me over on Twitch says, "Yes, can we root for Zingbot? Is Enzo as funny as he is in person?" All the times that I've met Enzo in person, he's been like really nice and funny and genuine and sincere. So an Enzo win, I think, would be a great one.
Maybe I'll just like show up as like a different type of Nicole and be like, "Hey, I'm Nicole's twin sister. My name is Nicola, and I have a lot to say about this season, and Nicole, I deserve to win, so you all suck, okay?"
Well, then you'd probably get a whole bunch of followers. Do you also want the same picks? Keisha with a beer, Nicole with ice cream cone on a head, Janelle with stains on her shirt, Kaser with lemonade, Bailey with hot dog, Devon with lemon. This is the person saying they want you guys to go to a baseball game and recreate all the picks. I will say right now, that is a genius idea. If there was a way for all of you guys to get together, I think that would be like a very Instagrammable thing if you guys all recreated those photos in real life.
I was going to say now, but we need Ian and Devon.
No, you'd have to do it when the season's over. You would 100% have to do it when the season's over. Who is she? Oh, it's my favorite. You wouldn't know it. Don't worry about it. It's Nikki Graham from BB UK and then BB Canada, and that's one of her famous lines is she would go, "Who is she?" about other people she was playing with in the Big Brother house. Like, your character right now actually is very Nikki Grahamish. I do agree with that.
Wow, and the name's Nikki. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I love her.
I'm worth a couple grand because like I'm amazing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Chubby Bunny says that will be epic. Yeah. Okay. Let me just see if there was anything else. Final 2, The Fly and Grandpa Lou's Bird. Oh my God, that fly. Dr. Will was a house guest at one point. Will they have the pre-jury come out for a finale? I guess you'll just have to tune into finale and find out. Okay. I just feel like the questions could go on forever, so I feel like we need an ending. I feel like we need an ending point. Now, in conclusion, I will say this. In case you guys are unaware, Obviously, you can watch these shows back in TVCo. TVCo is where all of our content is. If you are watching there, make sure that you hit the blue follow button to follow us and share the shows. But of course, any of the places the shows are streaming, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you can watch the shows back there as well, which you're going to want to do because I forgot to hit record on this show. So this show will not be on our website. It will only be on the live streaming places in which you are watching it. Thursday nights are hard, everyone. I have 10 minutes to set this show up, submit my eviction person questions, get on the call, and get this ball rolling. And sometimes I forget to hit a button. The show's not gone, Nicole. I don't know why you're looking at me like that. The show's not gone.
Oh.
It's still in. That's what I'm saying. They can watch it back wherever they want. They can watch it on Twitch or YouTube. I just didn't record my end, which is usually what I use for the website and the podcast. So it's going to take a little. What?
Lefty says Nicole wouldn't have forgotten because, like, she's so smart and, like, remembers everything. Like, everything.
So I just want to I want to remind all of you guys that if you're bored in between the shows or you need something to do while you're waiting for the show to start, check out our Instagram at Reality Recaps. That's Strong Island Nicole.
That's me.
And if you want some fun videos, I say check out our TikToks because they are fun. You can watch me throw a spider on Nicole and her scream bloody murder over on Instagram. You can watch us do random stupid dances on our TikToks.
Yes. And there's more to come. So many more. Maybe I should do like this girl as like a TikTok.
Please don't. You can also see the fly that was in Nicole's hair weeks before it traveled to any vice presidential debates. Just saying, we're trendsetters and we do everything first, then everyone copies us. Even the flies.
Yep.
Of course, I am kidding. We love all of you guys. Again, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, we will be live in the TVCo app with Life After Neverland. The Tyler exit interviews will hopefully be up by 3 o'clock, but really, I don't have control over that. So if they're not up by 3, they'll probably be up after 6. But we will see. I try my best for 3.
They'll be up by 3 unless they're not. Then they're not.
Then they're not.
They'll be up later.
And it's everybody else's fault except my own. That's what I learned from watching Big Brother. Bye for now. Oh, my hand got stuck.
Yo. Is what it is, yo.
It
peace
is.
Out, yo.
It is what it is, and peace out, yo. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.